Hey everybody, welcome to this week's update. I will keep it as short as I can, like always, right? When it comes to things that are going on in our student ministry, really nothing has changed all of that much. We're still meeting on Wednesdays and on Sundays. Wednesdays we're meeting at 6:15. In the student wing, or what we call the old sanctuary, we're still providing worship, fellowship, and we're working our way through the book of Revelation. And so the reason I mention that is because I think that Revelation has been a really timely book for us. And I know it's real easy for people these days to think the world's coming to an end and all that other stuff, and whether it does or not, it's not my decision. But I think that the book of Revelation brings into perspective for us the constant reminder to keep our eyes focused on Christ. And so it's been real timely because the book's forced me to do that during this season of life. So if your child's not been a part of that, they're not jumping in at a bad place at all. We'd love for them to be a part of that. And so 6:15 student wing, and we'll just enjoy that time in God's presence together. For Sunday small groups, we are still meeting for small groups this week, 2 o'clock here at the church. Guys will be in the fellowship hall, ladies will be up in the student wing. And so I do want to mention one thing related to that. And it's over the last several weeks, I've had a growing number of parents contact me asking, when are we going to return back to normal? When are we going to do small groups during the church hour? And that's a really complicated, complex question. And you think it wouldn't be, but because we prioritize as a church our families being able to worship together, it makes it increasingly difficult to offer things for students on Sunday mornings during worship, and a direct result not be that students go to small group and not worship with their family. And so we're still trying to bounce all that around. We're still trying to kind of walk that line really carefully. But what we do want you to know is that we've taken that seriously. We do have a good number of students that participate in small groups on Sunday afternoons, but the greater part of the ministry is not involved, and we recognize that a lot of that has to do with the time. And so we're praying as a leadership about how to best do that. Do we need to change the time? Do we need to change the location? And so if anything does change, we'll let you know. I just want you to hear from me to you that I'd love for things to open back up immediately. But to be honest, it's just not practical right now. And we're trying to love a congregation. We're trying to minister to people. And regardless of where we stand on the particular issues, I'm called to sacrifice myself for my brother. And so that's what we want to do here. We want to love the people at Coral Hill, and we don't want to put them in a situation where they would feel uncomfortable or potentially in a dangerous situation. And so for now, we're just going to continue with what we're doing, but we're praying about how to make that more effective. And we appreciate your all's prayers. We appreciate your patience. And so with that being said, there's really, like I said, not a lot going on. We're hoping that things will begin opening up in the next couple of weeks. We hope that we're going to begin to kind of get back to the way that we were. But at the end of the day, and let me just say this, and I hope this is an encouragement to you, at the end of the day, Jesus is still on the throne, and I am still a servant of God Most High. And if that means I sacrifice every ounce of freedom I have, every single right that I have to serve my King, then let me do that. May that be my heart to do that, because I'm just reminded these days that I'm a child of the King first, and that's the most important thing in my life. And so everything else is secondary. Everything else can be ripped away and shredded away, but my relationship to the King can never be. And so may that just be an encouragement to you. May that constantly be something that motivates you to fulfill the Great Commission, to share your faith with people, to love people in the name of Jesus, to have patience with people, to grow with people, to do what Christ would do. And so we're praying for your family. We love you guys. Hope that we get to see you soon. But until we see you, we're just praying that God's blessing be on you, and that He guides you, and that He can give you peace. God bless. Have a great week in the Lord.